So how do you tell your partner that you are autistic? Here are 3 top strategies that I used coming up. Hey guys, welcome back to the Ask Me World. My name is Dan. I have autism, ADHD, OCD and dyslexia, and I make weekly videos on this type of content. So if you are new around here and you'd like to learn more about that, remember to hit that subscribe button by clicking that notification bell. And if you're watching on Facebook, be sure to give this page a follow. And if you're on Instagram, make sure to follow this account for more autism content. Okay, so I've been asked questions about how to tell people you're autistic. You know, people ask me all the time how to do. I did one on like how to tell your family and friends, but one of the biggest ones I get asked all the time is how to tell your partner. Like, how do you tell your partner you're on the autism spectrum? Because they're the people that, you know, you're around all the time, and you know they're the people who are going to be supporting you. They're the people that are there all the time. So I get asked this question all the time, and I just wanted to make this video to help you understand how to do this with these top 3 strategies. Now, if you're new around here and you haven't already downloaded my free Autism Life Hacks PDF book, I request you do that right now at autismhacks.net. Do it now, it's totally free. Okay, so here are my 3 top strategies for actually telling somebody that you're with, like your partner, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or whatever, you know, that you're on the autism spectrum, because they need to know. You know, if you're with somebody, then you're sharing your romantic life with, then they need to know at the end of the day. So this is my 3 top strategies, and I used these exact ones, and it worked absolutely perfect. So the first one is to be open. So the first thing I did after my diagnosis, as my partner was present there, was to be open and honest with my family and with her. So tell them everything that you can about the process, the diagnosis, what it means, and this is the same for you and your partner. You know, like, be open, have that open dialogue, tell them exactly the process, tell them what happened, because they're gonna want to back you up. They're gonna be there with you side by side, because that's what we do with relationships, especially romantic relationships. When you love someone and you're in a relationship with somebody, they want to help and protect you as best they can and do all those things with you. So if you're open and honest with them, then you're gonna have great success in those areas. Okay, so number 2 for me was vital, which is answer questions. Now, you know, be mindful that your partner will want to ask you a bunch of questions about autism, about your diagnosis, about the whole process, right? And so the best thing you can do is to be open and answer those questions. So prepare yourself for the fact that you're going to be interrogated about it, because they've just found out, you know, like, it's not something that you should be ashamed about. It's something that is part of you. It is you. You are autism. Autism is you. So just be open and honest. Answer those questions, because you're going to be the best person to answer those questions on the subject, because it is you. It is about you, and they will get the full picture, because they're asking you specific questions like, how does this impact this part of a relationship? How does this impact this part of a relationship? And then you'll be able to answer those questions honestly, open, and completely direct, because you are going to know the answers. That is perfect and prime for this kind of situation, especially when you're talking to your partner or loved one, or when you're explaining that to the person that you're spending your whole life with. Okay, so number 3 is providing research. One of the things that I found most interesting and helpful and useful was educating anyone, including your partner, about autism diagnosis, is finding the right information. So getting the right books, getting the right, even if it's the diagnostic report from the doctor, the analysis. Pass this to them and get them to read it, because when they know that you have an autism spectrum disorder, you've answered questions on it, but then they'll want to kind of know some academic research. So the best way to get the academic research in is to literally get the academic research from the library or a bookstore or whatever, and then present it to them and say, hey, you know, I've got autism and this is it, and you answer all those questions, and you say, well, why not do some research on it? Why don't you check out, you know, what is it, how it's going to affect, you know, our relationship, if at all, and then you'll be ahead of the game. I think this is absolutely paramount for any relationships. If you have any more questions about autism and relationships, I did a bunch of videos on autism and relationships, and I'll leave them in the end slate and in the description and stuff, so you guys can check those videos out. But if you have anything specific to ask me, pop it in a comment. I read every single one, and I definitely have that conversation with you if you need any help with anything. Also, guys, if you found this video helpful, please share it on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. All right, I'll see you next time, guys.